Okay, y'all, I got Mr. Porter sitting here. He's been welding inspector for over 20 years, and he's going to give y'all some advice if you want to become a welding inspector.
You have to meet the criteria set forth by the American Welding Society, AWS. You can look it up online at aws.org, I think it is. You search around. And it tells you what the requirements are. One of them, you can have 5 years of, you don't have to be a welder, but you have to have worked in the welding industry, like a shop.
Okay, for at least 5 years.
For at least 5 years
experience.
Or if you've got a certain master's degree or bachelor's degree from college,
So they'll use that year, that
Right.
time too. Okay.
Yeah, and then of course paying them their fees and whatnot.
So is it like
Take
yearly
the test.
fees, monthly fees, or how is it going? That you just pay one specific?
Well, to start out with, you pay to take the test.
Okay.
There's 3 tests, and they're 2 hours each, and they're pretty tough tests.
Okay.
You have to pass all 3. You can retest if you fail one by a certain amount. You can take the one test again, but normally you fail one, you got to take them all again.
Take them all again.
The fees are every 3 years.
Oh, every 3 years. Okay.
You have to renew I have to renew my CWI, and then the 9th year I have to either do training, online training, or go to one of their classes, or do some kind of PDF.
Oh, so that way you can upgrade the information that you have.
So
Okay.
I've done that 3 times.
So you've been doing it for a while. You see, he done upgraded 3 times.
I've done a 9-year deal. I'm sorry, I've done it twice, because that'd be 18.
It'd be 18, 99 to 18.
And I've been doing it 22 years.
22 years. Okay.
So I got another 3 years to go before I have to do it again.
So how much do they charge you when you go back?
I'd have to look it up. It's about, I'm going to say between $400 and $800, somewhere in there.
And how long is the class you have to take?
The class to renew is about 2 hours for that part, but you may have to drive to Dallas or St. Louis or somewhere.
You got to go wherever they have in the situation.
There's more expenses to start out with. It's about 10 grand.
So let me ask you this question: is it worth it? Because this one follower asked me, is it worth it going through AWS, becoming a member with them first, and then starting?
You're going to become a member when you apply for the.
Oh, so
you automatic part of the fee is membership.
Okay, that's so a part of that fee is membership. Okay,
it's like $75 or something like that.
Okay,
but you're going to be a member to know to do that. And as far as being worked, I've turned down more than I've done.
You done had a whole lot of work,
and I've done a lot. But I mean, I was asked to go to Pennsylvania and stay 6 to 9 months, and it was $90 an hour, 10 hours a day.
Woo!
All expenses paid.
And all you had to do was inspect the wells out there.
Just inspection.
You turned it down. No, mama don't want you to leave the house right now. Yeah.
Let the young boys.
Let the young ones do it. So what do you feel? So you think like when it comes to doing certain things, there's an age range. It's how far as you want to be out there in the field. Right. You know.
Well, I was doing cell towers.
Oh, okay.
Inspecting the wells on 300-foot cell towers.
Oh, wow.
But to get in a basket and climb up and down. I didn't do any climbing. I just got in the basket and rode the basket up and down. Or the welder took pictures as he went. He might have 60 wells. And the wells may not be anywhere from 3 inches long to 12 inches long. And there might not be but 60. I need to take digital pictures and I put them on my laptop and look at them all that way.
Oh, okay. That way you can check out everything. Then.
Now, climbing a cell tower, if you and I are climbing a cell tower, we got to have a card in our pocket saying we've had the training
to even get on the cell tower.
Get on it. If I pass out, you're gonna have to get me down, and if you pass out, I got to get you down.
That's how I got to work. Yes.
And then so I quit climbing.
It became a liability.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't had the training. I couldn't climb in.
Okay.
It was part of I'd have to have that card.
So how long have you? So in this area. Is it more, or are you the only one in this area right now that does it privately as far as?
There's more CWIs than you could shake a stick at in the state of Arkansas. Companies would send people in their company just to get the credentials, and they don't do anything except for their own company, and they don't do very little CWI. They may, just like AFCO Steel's got 5 or 6 CWIs on the payroll, but when they develop a procedure for something, I had to go down and stay all night and witness that procedure because they couldn't sign off on it themselves. They had to have a third.
You got to have a third party. So even though you got an in-house, you still got to have someone from the outside to come in to agree with the in-house.
You don't have to, but it kind of looks. It don't look right, you know.
Yeah, it don't look right if you're doing all the inside work yourself and say, "Oh yeah, we signed off on our own paperwork." I get that. Yeah. I get that.
That's just like, you know, there was a big discussion several years ago about a welding instructor being a CWI.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you're speaking up on that.
It is permissible. In fact, they're encouraging all the instructors to get their CWI. But when it started out, they was afraid, well, the instructor, one of the students might be his fishing buddy or something. You know,
yeah, and he could just pass them on some certifications. Okay.
Now, they've overcome that attitude.
Okay. So now, pretty much, you know, they really encouraging more instructors to do it.
Well, most of the instructors around Arkansas that's got the CWI credentials, they just got the credentials. They're not really doing anything.
They just got the credentials. They ain't even doing nothing with them.
They may have a stamp to stamp something in your classroom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you did a test out in the shop and you document it and fill out a WQR, a welder qualification record, then you can stamp it with your stamp.
But as for right now, you still, if people come into the area like welding and construction on the bridges and things, they can still come to you and get certification. You can come through, test you. So I'm going to let y'all see his info. This is Mr. Mike Porter. Y'all make sure y'all say that number. If you are in Little Rock, surrounding areas, and you need to get tested, you need some weld testing done, you need to get some inspection done, make sure you call this number.